Hey everyone, let's be real for a second. Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Do you ever feel like your hard-earned money is just vanishing into thin air? Well, today, we're diving deep into a topic that hits close to home for a lot of people. Those sneaky paycheck killers that are silently draining your bank account and holding you back from achieving true financial freedom. We're going to expose these financial vampires, break down exactly how they're sucking the life out of your income, and most importantly, I'm going to give you actionable strategies to fight back and take control of your money. So, if you're ready to stop feeling stressed about money, start building real wealth, and finally achieve your financial goals, buckle up because this video is for you. Chapter 1. Car payments, the money drainer you might be overlooking. Let's face it, that new car smell is intoxicating. But before you fall head over heels for a shiny new ride, let's talk about how car payments can be a massive drain on your finances. We're bombarded with ads for the latest and greatest vehicles, making it seem like everyone's driving around in luxury SUVs. But the reality is, most Americans are stretching their budgets thin to afford these expensive rides. On average, people are shelling out a whopping $725 each month just for their car payments. That's almost $9,000 a year. Think about what you could do with an extra $9,000. You could invest it, pay down debt faster, or even take an epic vacation. It's time to separate the need for transportation from the desire for a status symbol. In the next section, we'll delve into the shocking math behind car loans and expose how much you're really paying for that new car smell. Okay, let's break down the real cost of car payments. Let's say you finance a $30,000 car with a 6% interest rate on a standard 5-year loan. Sounds pretty standard, right? Well, hold on tight because you're not just paying back $30,000. By the time you've paid off that loan, you'll have shelled out almost $5,000 in interest alone. That's like flushing $5,000 down the toilet. And don't even get me started on luxury cars. Those monthly payments can easily soar past $1,000. I'm all for treating yourself, but not if it means sacrificing your financial future. Remember, every dollar you spend on a car payment is a dollar you can't invest, save, or use to pay off other debts. It's crucial to be mindful of these hidden costs. So, how do you escape the car payment trap? First, strongly consider buying a reliable used car instead of new. You can save a ton of money right off the bat by letting someone else take that initial depreciation hit. Second, explore paying in cash if you can swing it. This eliminates interest payments altogether and puts you in a position of power when negotiating the price. If you must finance, aim for the shortest loan term you can comfortably afford. This will minimize the amount of interest you pay over time. And remember, just because you're approved for a certain loan amount doesn't mean you have to max it out. By making smart choices about your car, you can free up a significant chunk of your income and put yourself on the fast track to financial freedom. Chapter 2. High-interest debt, the silent budget killer. Alright, let's talk about another major paycheck killer: high-interest debt, particularly credit card debt. Now, we all know that credit cards can be convenient, but they can also be incredibly dangerous if you're not careful. The average American household is carrying a whopping $6,200 in credit card debt. That's like having a $6,200 anchor tied to your ankle, dragging you down financially. And the worst part? The average credit card interest rate is currently hovering around a jaw-dropping 24%. That means if you're only making minimum payments, you'll be stuck in a never-ending cycle of debt. It's time to face this financial monster head-on and understand just how much damage high-interest debt can inflict on your financial well-being. Let's say you have that $6,200 in credit card debt at a 24% interest rate. If you're only making the minimum payment of, let's say, $125 per month, prepare to be shocked. It'll take you over 13 years to pay off that debt. And get this, you'll end up paying over $7,000 in interest alone. That's more than the original debt itself. That's how credit card companies win. They trick you into thinking that minimum payments are manageable, while they rake in massive profits from your hard-earned money. The minimum payment trap is a dangerous game, and the longer you play, the more you lose. So how do you escape the clutches of high-interest debt? The first step is to create a budget and prioritize paying off your highest interest debts first. This is the snowball method and it works wonders. Next, consider consolidating your debt with a lower interest personal loan or balance transfer credit card. This can significantly reduce the amount of interest you pay over time. And remember, the best way to avoid high-interest debt is to avoid it altogether. Be mindful of your spending habits, use credit cards responsibly, and only charge what you can afford to pay back in full each month. By taking proactive steps to eliminate high-interest debt, you'll free up more of your income and pave the way for a brighter financial future. Chapter 3. Buying Luxury Goods, the Lifestyle Inflation Trap. Alright, let's talk about luxury goods. We all know what I'm talking about, that brand new Rolex, a high-end designer bag, maybe even a top-of-the-line sports car. These things scream success, right? And hey, there's nothing inherently wrong with wanting nice things, I get it. But here's the thing, guys, it's incredibly easy to get caught up in the allure of luxury. It makes you feel good in the moment, like you've made it. But trust me, that feeling is fleeting. What's not fleeting is that credit card bill at the end of the month. The truth is, luxury goods often depreciate in value faster than you can say depreciation. That $10,000 Rolex? It's not an investment, it's an expense. And a hefty one at that. So before you drop a down payment on a new car you don't need, or that designer watch that's just going to sit in your drawer, ask yourself, is this purchase truly bringing value to my life? Or am I just trying to impress other people? Now, I know some of you might be thinking, I work hard, I deserve to treat myself. And you know what? You're absolutely right. You do deserve to treat yourself. But there's a difference between treating yourself and constantly chasing the next luxury purchase. Think about it this way, that $5,000 you spent on a designer handbag could have been invested in the stock market, earning you compound interest year after year. Over time, that investment could be worth significantly more than the bag itself. And let's not forget about the opportunity cost. That $5,000 could have gone towards paying down debt, building your emergency fund, or even putting a down payment on a rental property. The point is, every dollar you spend on a luxury item is a dollar that could be working harder for you elsewhere. So what's the solution? Do we all need to become minimalist monks, shunning all material possessions? Absolutely not. It's all about finding a balance. Instead of constantly chasing the next big thing, focus on buying quality items that will last you a long time. A classic watch from a reputable brand will never go out of style. A well-made pair of shoes will last you years, not months. And remember, experiences often bring more lasting joy than material possessions. Instead of buying that expensive watch, take a trip with your loved ones. Create memories that will last a lifetime. The bottom line is this: don't let luxury goods control your finances. Be mindful of your spending, invest in your future, and focus on experiences that bring you genuine happiness. You'll thank me later. Chapter 4. Eating out, the sneaky expense that adds up. Eating out can really put a dent in your bank account. Life gets busy, and cooking feels like a chore. But those takeout meals add up fast. We're talking thousands of dollars a year. The average household spends around $3,500 annually on dining out. Imagine if that money went into savings or investments instead. That's a serious chunk of change for your future. Now I know what you might be thinking, I don't have time to cook every single meal. And you know what? I get it. That's where meal prepping comes in. This is one of the best things you can do to save money and eat healthier, all at the same time. Think about it, spending a couple of hours one day a week prepping your meals for the week ahead. You can cook in bulk, portion things out, and have grab-and-go meals ready to go. No more last-minute takeout temptations when you're short on time. And the best part is, meal prepping doesn't have to be boring. You can find tons of easy, healthy, and delicious meal prep recipes online. Get creative with it. Try different cuisines, experiment with new ingredients, and find what works best for you. Remember, the goal here isn't to completely deprive yourself of eating out. It's about finding a balance and making smarter choices with your money. Instead of eating out 3 or 4 times a week, maybe cut back to once or twice and really savor those experiences. Look, I'm not saying you need to become a hermit and never eat out again. But there are ways to enjoy restaurants without blowing your budget. Be strategic about when you dine out. Save it for special occasions. Look for deals and discounts. Split an entree or take home leftovers. Small choices add up to big savings. Chapter 5. Spending on wants instead of needs. Let's talk about something that can be a silent killer of your financial goals. Spending on wants instead of needs. It's about being honest with yourself about your spending habits. We all have wants. That new gadget, a stylish pair of shoes, the latest video game, they can be tempting, right? And there's nothing wrong with treating yourself occasionally, but these wants can easily spiral out of control. Statistics show that the average American spends 20% of their income on non-essentials. Imagine if you redirected even half of that towards savings or paying down debt. You'd be in a much stronger financial position in just a few years. So, how do you differentiate between wants and needs? And avoid overspending? That's where a budget comes in. Think of it as your financial roadmap. Creating a budget doesn't have to be complicated. There are many apps and tools to help you track income and expenses. The key is to find a method that works for you. Track your expenses for a month or two. Set realistic budget categories and allocate your income. Prioritize needs first, then savings and discretionary spending. Now I know what you're thinking. Budgeting sounds restrictive, doesn't it take the fun out of life? But here's the thing, budgeting isn't about deprivation, it's about freedom. It's about being intentional with your money so you can spend it on things that truly align with your values and goals. The satisfaction you get from achieving your financial goals, whether it's buying your dream home, retiring early, or simply having peace of mind knowing you're financially secure, will far outweigh the fleeting happiness of a new gadget or a shopping spree. Remember, true fulfillment in life comes from experiences, relationships, pursuing your passions, and making a difference in the world, not from accumulating material possessions. By shifting your mindset from a consumerist mentality to one of gratitude and intentionality, you'll find that you don't need to buy happiness. It's already within your reach. So, there you have it. 5 major paycheck killers. Car payments, high-interest debt, luxury goods, eating out, and spending on wants instead of needs. These expenses might seem small and manageable at first, but trust me, over time, they can really eat into your financial health and prevent you from achieving your goals. The good news is, you have the power to change that by making small conscious choices like driving a used car, paying down high-interest debt, being mindful of your spending habits, and focusing on experiences over material possessions. You can break free from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle and start building a solid financial future. Remember, it's not about depriving yourself, it's about being smart and intentional with your money so you can live a life of freedom and abundance. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more money-saving tips, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.